everybody, we are getting some work done this afternoon. As you can see, we're made quite some progress on Velline, which is my new font, which is based on a 1960s album cover. The tough part is really going to be doing some of the letters that don't exist, because if we go over to the original album cover, you will note that we had very few capital majuscules to work with. And we've got quite a few more minuscules to work with. Still not a whole lot. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this whole thing develops into an actual full-out font. And I've been having fun so far, so kind of hoping that you guys are finding this stuff informative and stuff like that. And if not, well, that's tough shit. Yeah, seriously, as always, if you've got questions about fonts and whatnot, feel free to ask. It is not an issue. And so with that, we're going to get cracking. I mean, honestly, if we wanted to, we could probably play the Bobby V album in question so people can get a feel for how the thing is. It's like, but I'm really not in the mood for that. And if you want to, I'm sure it's on Spotify. It's all you. Uh, Hopefully, you're having a decent Saturday. And if not, then I'm hoping you're having a decent Sunday. And if you're not, I have no idea what planet you're on because those are the only two dates available. So, all right. Let's get to the next glyph. I'm wondering why this isn't working, so sorry, bear with me. It's just for some reason the widget is just not working. Well, tried. Hate it when it does that. Sorry, checking something here. And getting live support here, so this is one of the reasons why I complete and back Caster Labs, even though they're not on Livespace right now, because they get back to me and stuff. Plus, Lex and their folks are awesome folks. Even when they take their sweet time working on the Caster Lab setup for Livespace, hint hint. Okay, I'm gonna take a real quick break. I am falling asleep here. Yeah, I know, 3 in the afternoon. at me and need caffeine. So, give me a sec. Bear with me. I am currently editing and at the same time trying to work things out here with the Caster Labs folks so we can get this thing up and running in a decent manner. So let's get back north on this. with me. I'm going to be jumping back and forth with a lot of stuff, so. But at least all the magic skills are done now. Now we're going to work on the numbers. Sooner or later.
The message is perfectly simple. The meaning is clear. Don't ever stray too far. And don't disappear. No, don't disappear. Ever had the feeling almost broke into? Said that you were leaving like you do. You do. All my dreams came true last night. All my hopes and fears. All my dreams came true once more. In tears, in tears. Be near me, be near. Be near me, be near. Be near. Never had that feeling until I first met you. Never felt like kneeling. Now I do. Yes, I do. All my dreams came true last night. All my hopes and fears. All my dreams came true once more. In tears, in tears. Be near me, be near. Be near me, be near. Oh, be near me, be near.
Yeah, scared her. Was it cool?
The message is perfectly simple. The meaning is clear. Don't ever stray too far. And don't disappear. No, don't disappear.
gonna be interesting seeing how to work all these together. You definitely want to keep the feeling of some of them without.
Blue skies come down on me. White clouds now in view. And it rained 40 days, you know. And it rained 40 nights, you know. Blue skies come down on me. Careful what you say. You said that yesterday. Tell me something new. It's always, always you. Blue skies come down on me. Gray clouds far away.
Oh, not bad. Thanks for showing up. Actually, right now I'm trying to resolve a problem with my bot while working on the font. So yeah, it's not doing too bad. How's your Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you are, going?
Tell me something new. It's always, always you. Careful what you say. You said that yesterday. Tell me something new. It's always ocean blue.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just the nature of the streaming thing. You know,
Blue skies come down on me.
I try to be on whenever possible, but yeah, unfortunately, we can't all do this 24/7. Yeah, I appreciate that you do make the hour. Always great.
And you should see the view. And you should see
That's one of the things that makes Livespace, in my opinion, such an awesome place to go. It's like everybody's trying to do their thing, and everybody's trying to pop in. All right, let's see. No, don't tell me this thing. What the heck? That was weird. You just had the system do a very weird glitch. Yeah, that's why I've told people it's like if you're planning to make streaming a career, diversify. Don't stick to just one thing because, unfortunately, streaming itself is a fickle industry. Unfortunately, a lot of people just don't get they get the stars in their eyes, and
More thoughts of money.
yeah, that, and then all of a sudden you're either doing stupid things that you're going to regret in the long run, or you work for Niji Sanji.
You stream on Kick.
Yeah, well, hopefully, if you've been around, if you, and that's a general you, obviously, if you've been around long enough, you get to see what the problem is, and you get to point out to people before they don't have to make the same mistakes.
Hey, don't sign that contract tonight, she said. But it's too late.
Alright, hopefully that should do that. I was just commenting that it's fairly interesting doing a font based off a 1960s album cover when I had very few glyphs to work with. I've got tons of the minuscules, the lowercase, but the majuscules, the uppercase, I had to do pretty much entirely, mostly on my own, and had to figure it out. As you can see, I was even working with the S here to see which would be the best one, and I just ended up going with the inset.
bridges, woods that back in the tropics, circuses and elephants, where the oranges grew. I'm back in the tropics, thinking at the top of this, when I'm standing with you. You stared down at some crowd from your trapeze. And when you fell, they fell down on their knees.
Right, I think I'm gonna go with
And when you broke, they scrambled.
not gonna touch the 2 and the 3 right now. I'm gonna work on the 4.
And when you spoke, I felt them. Back in the tropics, circuses and elephants, where the oranges grew. I'm back in the tropics, thinking at the top of this, when I'm standing with you. I'm back in the tropics, talk about a holocaust, and then visit the zoo. I'm back in the tropics, the weather is ridiculous. What's it all leading to? And it's only a day away. We could live tonight. You can sleep along the way, dreaming black and white. Back in the tropics, circuses and elephants, where the oranges grew. Back in the tropics, thinking at the top of this, when I'm standing with you. Back in the tropics, talk about a holocaust, and then visit the zoo. Back in the tropics, the weather is ridiculous. What's it all leading to? Back in the tropics, what's it all leading to? Back in the tropics, what's it all leading to?
Actually, I wouldn't even need the F. Let's see how that goes. All right. The hardest ones I can see going to be doing is going to be 6 and 9. 2 and 3 ain't going to be any walk in the park either. Probably 5. 7 will be easy.
Life is so strange when you don't know how can you tell where you're going to. You can't be sure of any situation. Something could change and then you won't know. Where do we go from here? It seems so unnear. Just as far beyond as I can see. I still don't know what this all means to me.
Like I said, 7 was just brain damage easy.
And I don't even know the time of day. I guess it doesn't matter anyway. Life is so strange. Destination unknown. When you don't know your destination, something could change. It's unknown. And then you won't know. Destination unknown. Life is so strange. Destination unknown. When you don't know your destination, something could change. It's unknown. Destination unknown.
All right. Clean up some nodes here.
When will my time come? Has it all been said and done? I know I'll leave when it's my time to go. Till then I'll carry on with what I know. Life is so strange. Destination unknown. When you don't know your destination, something could change. It's unknown. And then you won't know.
Uh, yeah. Ain't now that I look at it, can be obvious.
And in my room, I'm alone in my room, and maybe staying here for just a while. And in my casket, I'm alone in my gloom, and maybe staying here for a while. Oh, can't you see, light is only in your eyes? Would I be guilty, or would I be? The sound you bring is an antiquated thing, so please don't look to me for guidance. Charlotte, I do understand. Charlotte, I do understand. Charlotte, I do understand. My splendid art, oh my sad profession. Now stick with me and I'll betray you. For should I lose my bad depression, my splendid art, I will betray you. Charlotte, I do understand. Charlotte, I do understand. Charlotte,
Wonder if I should do drop numerals for this or not. I'm kind of leaning not. And drop numerals can look cool, but only if they're done right.
pull me onto the land. In the sky there is an open fire.
me try a mix of the B and E for 3.
Don't slip so tight, 'cause I didn't care till I found out that one of them was mine. Night after night, time after time, done too much of both types of whining. Still wasn't right, fight after fight. So get out of my life, get away from me, get away from that gun. No, it's not a joke, it's cards on the table time. And I could have phoned, I could have spoke, but I'd break the news without breaking your heart. Being dead don't hurt, no, only dying. Cards on the table time, sometimes it's right to say goodnight. Always searching for paradise. I'll admit that I'm good as blind, darling. I confess, yes, I blew it through life. Did not care till I found out that one of them was no one wins and there's no denying. Don't pretend like you don't know why. Just a little word here, a little push there, darling. I confess, look, I confess that I don't really. I confess, I confess, I confess. Out like a light, another boy who's given up trying. Blinded by fright, he screams, my life's not over, please get out. I know I'm shouting, I like to shout. No, it's not a joke, that's cards on the table time. And I could have phoned, I could have spoke, but I'd have break the news without breaking your heart. Being dead don't hurt, no, only dying. Cards on the table time, sometimes it's right to say goodnight. Always searching for paradise. I'll admit that I'm good as blind, darling. I confess, yes, I've ruined 3 lives. Did not care till I found out that one of them was right.
Let's reflect that. No, that's not going to work. But a reverse C. Actually, that would work, but I'm going to have to redraw this. But before I do that, probably help if I adjust it correctly.
It's guaranteed to live.
All right, that worked out better than I expected it did. And it also gave me a template for the chew as well. So that worked out well. All right, I'm going to step away for a quick second to use the little artist room. I'll be right back. No problem with the follow. It's like I thought I'd done that sooner, so that's not an issue. And as you can see, we're back.
And I dream of the heart of America, where the fires are burning so bright. And I scream for the heart of America, with my eyes open wide and a yearning inside. Yesterday, the thorn of misfortune was bleeding you, and nobody shared your ups and your downs. But tomorrow, somebody somewhere will love you.
Right now, I am actually making a font. Like I said, a literal font based off of this album cover. As you can see, it had very few of the majuscule, aka uppercase uppercase letters, and a few more of the minuscule lowercase, but it doesn't have everything, and it's not showing it. Oh, great! Let's try that again. Helped if I press the right button. This is the original album cover that the font is made out of. As you'll notice, there are very few majuscule uppercase letters. There's a few more minuscule lowercase. But this was lettering back in the 60s. They didn't do full fonts. They did just enough letters to fit the need, and that was that. So I'm making a full out font based on the whole thing. As you can see, pretty much the grand majority of the majuscules were based on entirely my brain cells. The E, the V, the O, the Y, and the B are the only ones originally from it. And I might even change the B. I'm not satisfied with the way the B came out. Yeah, it isn't also the first one I've done on it. The first album cover one I've done, the cover was just, the letters were clearly not meant for font, so I had to follow the rules, and it just came out not looking great.
And throw down the keys. Let's do what they do in the picture shows. Tear down the fences, put up a playground and set ourselves free. Dream of the heart of America, where the fires burn so bright.
Well, there are, rules to making fonts that you got to follow, especially when doing stuff like this. So, yeah, the thing looks weird, but it also follows the rules. So, oh, hold on. I'll give you the link for that one. I gave it out free, so you are more than welcome to have it. Give me just a second.
As much as she'd like to believe she's leading a brand new way. That uniform that she wears, I see it on the street every day. She looks heavenward and struggles to find the right cliche. You've gotta find your own space. Have a nice day. She's so young, she's got the answers. She doesn't need to question herself like I do. Like I do. She's
All right, this is one of the places where you can find my fonts for free. I'm currently right now working towards transitioning all my fonts to the font store, or not to the font store, to my shop, so that way if people want the fonts, they can get them there. Let's lock that out. Yeah. Are you just planning to design BRF backs or BRF back screens or countdown screens like I've got, or backs stuff like that? If you are, let me know. I do design those, and if you want to design it on your own, I'm more than happy to give advice. Yeah, that's the fun part about being a designer and working with this stuff. It's that, unlike a lot of the GFXers that you see will go bombard, hey, you need a logo and whatnot, I do all my stuff online so that people can actually see. I believe we met through David, yes. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get much of a chance to catch him as much as I'd like, because every time he's on, I'm generally on at the same time.
Pounds. Dollar. Millionaire. Dollar. Pound. Dollar. I've seen the future. I can't afford it. Tell you the truth, son. Someone just bought it. Say, Mr. Whistle, here come the click of dice, roulette and blackjack. Builders of paradise, larger than life and twice as ugly. If we have to live there, you'll have to trust me. Maybe these luxuries can only compensate for all the cards you were dealt, like the hands of fate. Tell me how to be a millionaire. Tell me how to be a millionaire. Millionaire, trillionaire. Highly surprising if you might consider loyalties go to the highest of bidders. What my opinion? I'd give you 10 to 1. Give me a million, franchise on fun. But there are millions who often get nowhere. There's just one secret I think you should share. Maybe these luxuries can't only compensate for all the cards you were dealt, like the hands of fate. Tell me how to be a millionaire. Tell me
Oh, absolutely. No argument there. I've seen enough streams where somebody was trying to watch somebody else while streaming and trying to devote time. It's like that just doesn't work. As much as you'd like it to, it just does not work at all.
these luxuries can only compensate for all the cards you were dealt, babe, like the hands of fate. Tell me how to be a millionaire. Tell me how to be a millionaire. I do. Who wants to be a millionaire? I don't. I've seen the future. I can't afford it.
Well, not only that, but it's only natural that humans have multiple a limit to their attention span. I've seen people who are, perfect example, when people are streaming and they're multi-streaming and they're trying to keep track of all the windows, you can probably keep track of one or two. Really good ones can keep track of 3 or 4. But 5 and above, you're really starting to push it. And I've seen people who are like streaming to 7 different sites at once, and they're like ignoring audiences, and they're wondering, well, why am I not building an audience in this guy? It's because you were trying to stream to too many places at once, trying to follow all the chats, and human nature just kicks in. Something's got to give. Yeah, people definitely overdo this shit. It's kind of sad the way they do that, but kind of understand why they're doing it, but at the same time, it just still doesn't work that well. Yeah, I wish they wouldn't, but it's something, unfortunately, they have to learn themselves. Well, not only that, but if you use some of the bots out there, it'll actually also put it on the screen, too. There are ways to do it. It's just people either don't know the ways, or they just don't want to do it, or it's like, ugh. It's annoying. It really is. So then you get people who then end up like, bring me to Livespace, but will only talk on Kick, and so will only talk on Twitch, and it's like, you think you're going to build an audience that way?
They'll just come and see me on Twitch, of course.
It's like, there's a reason why people left Twitch, or that people left Kick, or YouTube, or wherever. It's like, you are not building an audience that way.
Audience? What's that? I'm just so awesome, they'll come and see me, no matter what.
No, not happening.
Yeah. It's a problem. Too many people get high on their own supply. They don't quite realize that they're just a face in the crowd.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to happen. The thing is that people genuinely have to build an audience. There is no instant fame and fortune. I mean, people are just finding that out now here, but anything worthwhile takes time. And it just stuns me that people still do not quite get that. If you have an instant audience and you do it the quick way, they're not going to stick around. You want to build people who are going to be there through thick and thin, who are going to understand what you're going through, and you build a community, not just numbers. Numbers aren't going to get you through the bad times. Yeah, Davy's absolutely right when he says that. It's like, I heard something similar, which makes a little more sense to me. Numbers never lie. How you get those numbers is what's the lie. And that makes absolute sense. You can have 200 in your number account. That's fine. But are they real people, or are they view bots? And a lot of people don't quite get that, or a lot of people who seem to think they get that don't. I know people who moved here who had, was it that one guy that we used to know, Hunt? He had what, like 200 people on Kick, and then he moved here and he's only got 8. Wondering why am I not getting people? I've been on here as long as you have.
You can't rely on view bots
Because you bought 200 people, you bought 200 bots on your last site.
Those just inflate your numbers, but that doesn't magically translate to real viewers.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think that, but yet here we are.
Well, they think that because it worked once upon a time on Twitch, and then they went over to Kick. And Kick wasn't as, stringent about it, so they tried it again. And it worked for some people on Kick. It didn't work for everybody. So they somehow magically thought, oh, if I do it again on this site, it's going to do it. It's like, no, Livespace blocks bots from day one.
All right, but you're not going to be able to artificially inflate your numbers for really just egotistical. Yeah, that's what it is. For that guy, it is an ego trip.
If you've got 200 followers and like 100 of them are watching right now, but nobody's saying anything, even if one person doesn't say anything, it's like, yeah, obviously you don't have anybody. It just it always makes me laugh how people think it's like, oh, I've got tons of people, I've got tons. It's like, yeah, prove it. I don't know. Some people will figure it out in time. Some people won't. And quite frankly, if they don't deserve to figure it out. Yeah, it's hilarious. Instagram of all places. Yeah, like Meta's gonna let that happen. Meta's collecting the money and laughing, saying you guys are stupid for doing this. Because if there's going to be anybody who's fudging numbers, it's going to be Facebook, and they'll do it on FBG and Instagram and all that. Like,
Down upon us, do you flow like water burning? With the hope of insight feathered. Look the colored with a bright elation stolen. In the sight of love, we are but your children. Finding our way around
oh yeah, they'll do it regardless.
This time it'll happen for sure.
Hey T, we're having a great chat here about bots and shit, and how people are stupid. No. By all means, you. If you want to weigh in on the convo, please, by all means. This is not a problem. You're very good here, so no worries.
Come rant with us. Rant with us. Man.
Well, because the companies, it's in their best advantage to turn it into a number system. And if people get burned along the way, their answer to that is tough shit. Which I think is bullshit. But thankfully, the owners of Livespace also think that's bullshit. And they don't like it either. So... ultimately, it will get fixed. People are going to get fed up with the bullshit and either move here or they'll demand more from their from the sites. And that, quite frankly, I think needs to happen. And exactly. I know when you guys are here, you guys are saying stuff. It may be non sequiturs like about what you were talking about. It may be the topic that you and I are talking about. My wife could come on and talk about, fruit bats. But it's real conversation. And it's real people interacting in real community, which is the point of streaming. It's not a numbers game like so many people would like it and prefer it to be. That's the best part is when you're talking to real people, you can also, yeah, I left Kick when I noticed that people were growing when they're using bots rather than actual people. It's like I'm not going to do that to people. I don't treat people like numbers. I want a real audience, real communication, and if I can't get that at Twitch, which I couldn't, I went to Kick thinking that would be the case. I couldn't get that at Kick. Came here, and here it's happening, and I couldn't be happier. So, yeah, Kick just doesn't care. It's a number deal, and so you should be very happy that you left. And I would honestly caution people to just bail on Kick right now, but will they do it? I don't know, and I can't say. Oh yeah. My biggest concern right now is not so much that we're growing, is that we need to convince people that it has to be more than just the stuff that they've seen on other sites. Because I don't think anybody wants to see the same thing here. I know I don't want to see the guys who are like, yay, I'm here, give me money, I want subs, that's all I want. It's like, no. Community. This is for creators. And it doesn't matter if you're a short form creator or if you're a streamer or whatnot. The point is that it's creator. Oh yeah. Kick when it's said it's done, Kick is gonna just end up being Jackass Central, and that's that. And it's gonna be kind of sad, but they did it to themselves. I would say even before Aiden Ross, I would say Amaranth, because I think she was there before him. I just knew when the writing was on the wall when they were having nothing but Jackass streamers there, like that's when you knew it was the point of no return. But either way, doesn't matter to me because I don't stream there, so I could care less what the idiots do.
and continue to clown themselves, and it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's Twitch nowadays. Twitch Hub, as they're calling it. And when I was talking to Todd the other day, I specifically mentioned the girl who was on her stream who pissed out the window. It's like, that's so classy. Yeah, when your kid, I tell your kids, what did you do, Mom? I was a streamer. It's like, what are you famous for? Getting a high score? It's like, no, I pissed out a window so millions could see. It's like, yeah, that's going to go over well for the kids at Show and Tell, right? Well, not only is it the lamest way to go viral, it's also not going to do you any favors in the long run. Especially, years from now, if you're said person is trying to go for a high-level job or something that requires high profilability. And what are they going to do? They're going to look up the stuff and, hey, look, there you are, pissing out a window when you were 22. Now, is that going to do great for your political career? No, I don't think so. Is it going to do great for you getting that banker's job? No. But hey, you got ratings at that time, right? That was the important thing. Oh yeah, given that I'm a federal government employee myself, I know they do not play around. Let them learn the hard way. Okay. That was weird. But even with a government job, more importantly, if you're going for a military security clearance, especially, SCI and above, where they crawl up your ass, it's like, yeah, that's really going to harm you. Yeah, TikTok's a waste. TikTok is an absolute waste of space, if you ask me. I remember when I was in the Navy and I had to get top secret SCI, which I still have, and all these years, it's a pain to maintain. You would think they're gonna go after somebody who's like, "Oh, congratulations, you pissed out a window on live TV." That sure is gonna look great for the government or the military. I saw somewhere once where somebody had said some of the most honest people are the ones who actually curse. As strange as that sounds.
We curse like sailors. Hey, it means we're super honest, man.
Well, no, I think the point is that if you're going to be doing stuff like that, you were definitely honest in your dealings. And you should be trusted. So. Oh yeah, I'm an old salt. You can take the sailor out of the fleet, but you can't stop them from cursing. That's been my motto. I try to clean up my act because I never know when I'm going to have people watching, but I can't guarantee every time that I'm going to be that I'm not going to have somebody watching. So I try hard not to. Doesn't always work. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. As long as you're watching it and you know it, it's like, stick to your guns. From what I've talked to with Todd, they have no interest in signing anybody. And in fact, I personally would like to see, and I say this as somebody who is a member of the Boost program, I would like to see a better rework of the Boost system next year, because unfortunately we had a lot of people who got boosted and then they immediately took off afterwards. And they rarely stream here, and I think they're doing the site a disservice. To be actually honest, I'm actually surprised I made the Boost program. I think what it was is originally they were giving it to people who were big on other sites and came here, and then not realizing the reason they're big on other sites may not necessarily be for legitimate reasons. Towards the end, I think they were looking for originality, and I think that's why I got in. Like I said, I wasn't honestly expecting it at all. Like I've told other people, I applied just as a joke. I honestly did not think I was going to get it at all. So, like I say, I honestly hope if they do another round of boosts, they focus on people who are really set to build a community, people who are really focused on getting that community going, and not looking at straight numbers. Because quite not like we said earlier, numbers can lie, or numbers may not lie, but how you got to them lie, or maybe the lie. And I think in the long run, them focusing on really who deserves it and who doesn't, or who has really worked to build a community in Livespace and are spacers, rather than, hey, I'm just multi-streaming the Livespace, but if you want the real stuff, go over to Twitch. It's like, no. We want Livespace to be Livespace. And I think in the long run, they're going to focus on that if they do another round of boosts. So I'm telling everybody who's, if they do another one and they apply for it, focus on your community here. Forget about Twitch, forget about Kick. Yeah, there are numbers there, but chances are, if they haven't moved here with you here, they may not move at all.
Limo chasing is my thing. TV guide, magazines, videos, and machines. I am the fanatic. Oh, the fanatic. I like the movies and the rock shows, rock stars and the radios. I am the fanatic.
But like I said, I am always willing to endorse people I think have busted their ass to earn that spot, and I have no problem doing that. Like I said, I'm more likely to back, just as an example, back you knowing that you've built a community here, rather than Joe, 420, who is like streaming to 5 different sites. Livespace is one of them. He's ignoring the Livespacers, but it's like, hey, if you want to talk to me on Kick, or talk to me on Twitch. I've seen that happen so many times. It's like they're not getting my endorsement, not in the least. Exactly, but but people seem to think again that it's just a numbers thing, and they can do whatever they want as long as it'll all boil down in the end. Like, no, people are people. I know this comes as a shock to you, but it's like. It's just like, I want to hurt some of these people. It's like, stop treating people like garbage. Oh well, they will learn. If they don't learn, then it is, Okay. This will go with that. Yeah, a rising tide. The rising tide lifts all boats, but if they're not willing to do that, let them sink. Definitely no. You're not getting an argument on me on that one.
We're not scared to lose it all. Security cut through the wall. Future dreams we have to realize. 1,000 skeptic hands won't keep us from the things we plan, unless we're clinging to the things we prize. And do you feel scared? But I won't stop and falter. And if we throw it all away, things can only get better. Treating today as though it was the last, the final show. Get to 60 and feel no regrets. It may take a little time, a lonely path, an uphill climb. Success or failure will not alter it. And do you feel scared? But I won't stop and falter. And if we throw it all away, things can only get better.
Team, but like I said, by all means, weigh in. And yeah, you and I know full well that there are tons of people that go on there. You could go look on the list of people who are like, "Why didn't anybody talk to me on Livespace? It sucks." It's like, have you talked to anybody, or are you putting up the "we'll talk only on Twitch," or you didn't put that up, but it's clear who you're paying attention to? Livespace isn't here for you to parasite from. Preaching to the choir, my friend. Preaching to the choir. And the sad part is they keep doing it and not learning. And then they go back and say, it's like, yeah, Livespace is dead. It's like, no, Livespace isn't dead. It's the fact that we're a different community and you didn't want to learn what the community rules were. We're not trying to be baby Twitch. Stupid as a stupid does, you know that. The best we can do is just let them know either pay attention to the rules or don't bother coming over. But you know as well as I do, that's going to take some effort. Yeah, they're... Here's the thing, if they're multi-streaming and they can handle it and they treat the live spacers like, you know, like they're supposed to in their own community, I have no problem with that. But, you know, the ones that are like, you know, Hey, I'm multi-streaming. I'm going to follow Twitch rules regardless of where you are. So you should do the same? No. I have plenty of friends who multi-stream and follow each site's rules. And they do it very well. Yeah, so it annoys the shit out of me when I keep repeating the same thing. It's like, you guys know what I'm talking about. And hopefully they will learn. I don't think it's going to happen anytime this century. I personally don't multi-stream simply because I want to give I focus too much on stuff, and I want to give my community my undivided attention. It's kind of hard to do that if, this is my opinion, if I've got to follow, Twitch rules on one, YouTube rules on the other, and so forth and so on. Rather be able to give everybody, what they're due. If it means I stream to less places, that's that. But I'm not going to knock anybody who's able to do it otherwise. Some people can do it easily. Some people need, less because they're focusing on other stuff. It's like, clearly in my case, I need less because I need to focus on the art or whatever project I'm working on. And I don't want to blow anybody off because I'm dealing with 7 different streams. Another artist here who handles, 2 or 3 just fine. That works for him, and good for him. In case anybody's curious, I'm curious why I'm going over the letters. It's because I redid the metrics for them, at what points they line up and so forth and so on. So I got to go back and double check to make sure everything is kosher.
Riding on the range, I've got my hat on. I've got my boots dusty. I've got my saddle.
That's the other reason I like to, I only stream on Livespace is because of the performance rights. I play a lot of DCMA music too, sure, but I also play a lot of stuff like this, which would probably get me copyright struck anywhere else. Fortunately, Livespace has performance rights, so I can do that stuff.
Riding on the jack wagon, following my man. His name is Ted. Can you believe that? Camping on the prairie, plays havoc with my hair. Makes me feel quite dirty. And we all do sometimes.
I wanna be a cowboy, and you can be my cowgirl. I wanna be a cowboy, and you can be my cowgirl.
Oh yeah, they're very hard on that. I mean, true story. I was actually streaming on YouTube once because I was going to try multi-streaming. I got copyright struck on my own music. I'm like, why did you do that? Because this guy owns the rights. I am that guy. Can you prove you're that guy? Yeah, here. Here's the link to my website. Here's the link to the music. Here's the link to my record label. And even then, it still took some time to clear up. And by then, because of the way YouTube works, the critical window had passed. Oh, we're very sorry for that. It's like, yeah, thanks. You cost me, all those views, but you don't give a shit. That's why I just build short. That's why I just build short form. You know, I take videos that I make here and there, that just slap it up, and eventually, YouTube, for me at least, I think is the place where you can build via long form content or short form, just not live streaming. And that's simply because they really don't get live streaming. Hey, Fox. How you doing? I just look at it as another talent to have. You said, don't be surprised if they eventually have shorts or something like that here as well. Of course, it'll be based on clips or anything. Looking at making a font or just doing lettering? Well, you're lucky because lettering doesn't have to follow the stringent rules that fonts do. You don't have to worry about kerning or shit like that. Plus, you also don't need an entire alphabet for the font. Like the album cover that I'm basing this font lettering off of, I've had to create so many things because they only had like 5 majuscules. You'll find it, I'm sure.
Been running so long, I've nearly lost all track of time in every direction. I couldn't see the warning signs. I must be 'cause my mind plays tricks on me. It looks so easy, but look sometimes just
Well, as you can see here, it's not that hard to make fonts. And literally, I'm making this one based off of, a certain number of characters I've gotten, and, it's working for me.
and one's just hanging on. It seems my reasons just keep going.
Yeah, but keep in mind, I've been doing this for like 20 years, so...
Where should I go? Can't stop myself out of control. Head over heels, no time to think. Looks like the whole world's out of sync. Been running
So that's why it's easy for me. I've been at it for a while.
sweetest to unwind. The voice of reason is one I left so far behind. I've waited so long to play this part and just remember that I've forgotten about my heart. Head over heels, where should I go? Can't stop myself out of control. Head over heels, no time to think. Looks like the whole
Well, I have several. You're welcome to license one. And I could point out some suggestions, at least for mine. But you want to make sure, obviously, that any font you get is properly sourced. I'll be right back. Second. Not gonna work.
Or who's good at puzzle games, apparently. He was actually explaining the technique behind it.
All right, folks, I'm back.
I'm amusing.
Sorry, I had a headache. Had to take care of that. No, my headache was not my wife.
Yes, it was.
No, I'm your
I
headache.
am the eternal headache. I am the headache that never ends.
Yeah, like I said, it's based on this album cover. Let me get you another shot if I can. Yeah, here's the full album cover if you guys want to take a look at it. Your typical 1960s thing. Oh, thanks. Well, like I said, it's doing this, the complete reconstruction of this thing should be interesting. Only because I don't know if anybody's done it before. Yeah, I'm looking forward to building the rest of this to just to see what some of the other characters are going to look like. Especially like Thorn, Oak, Eng, some of the lesser used Latin glyphs.
We need to bring Thorn back. That's what we need to do. Bring back Thorn.
There's nothing stopping you from using Thorn. People are going to look at you weird, but there's nothing.
I don't know. Well, it's more like I don't know what that is.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing. I don't think Thorn is obsolete. I think it's obsolete. It's obsolescent, but not obsolete.
Well, we don't use it in English anymore, but generally speaking, we don't. But it's usually just in, not in everyday speech or anything like that. But Icelandic, yeah, it's still used. It's still a letter.
And if you want to try bringing something back, try bringing back Win, which used to take which is the digraph that used to take place of WU.
Yeah, there are actually a lot of letters that we have that actually were gotten rid of for very stupid reasons. Like, we can't print that, so we'll just print a Y instead. What the fuck?
Alright. Mm. Oh shit, I was supposed to stop an hour ago because I was going to get switch to a game so I could get my wife something. All right, I'm going to stop right now. I'll be back on in 15 minutes because I've got to switch over to a gaming mode because I was going to help my wife with getting something. So bear with me if you want to stick around for that. Be back in 15. If not, thanks for showing up. I'll be back on in 15 and later again at 10 for a different gaming session. But as for right now, we're stopping the fonting because I was supposed to stop earlier. So, with that, I will see you guys in 15, or I will catch you guys later.